Hello. How's it going? Oh, goodness gracious. I'm having a day. This full moon, this Scorpio full moon. It's cutting deep, you guys. It is a deep one. I am happy to guys because when I'm emotional, reading for y'all and channeling messages is very cathartic and helpful for me, and I am so sad right now, but it is okay. So let's just get into the vibes. I just had to say bye to my cat friend. He's alive, but me and my best friend, she's moving out, and it's just a lot. And it's my little cat buddy, and I had to say bye to him, and my feelings are so hurt. Okay, so Brittany is first. Would you like tarot? We're gonna do tarot. Let's do tarot. Yeah, y'all, this Scorpio full moon is definitely see where it is in your chart, but it's getting down to the emotions of things. It is getting down to the real root of where we are needing to let go, where things have to change because they're just not working anymore. It's not sustainable. And major change is definitely coming from this full moon. And there's this square going on with Venus. So it's definitely an emotional one. So if you're feeling that way, I would suggest kind of leaning into it, leaning into that depth of emotion, leaning into that fear of letting something go or or things changing. We can do hard things. We have to do hard things. That's how we grow, and that's how we continue to be in alignment. We have to do the hard things. And see, it's making me want to cry again. It's not easy, it's not fun, but that's the difference between people that grow and get where they're really supposed to be in life and people that aren't. That's the biggest difference, willing to do the hard things. Woo, okay. Brittany. What does Brittany need to know? What does Brittany need to know for this full moon? I'm going to do it like that, y'all, okay? I'm going to see what your message is for this full moon. Brittany. Okay, 10 of Swords. Exactly. It's time to let something go. Exactly. You just said it with your job. We're done here. We're done. That's just the bottom line. And the 10 of Swords reverse is these swords kind of fall out of her back, and there's relief, right? Even if we don't know what's next, we know that this thing is done. It's over. Tens are the end of something, but it starts a new beginning. So what's on top? 2 of Discs. So this has to do directly with like understanding where you're overwhelmed with something, where it's stressing you out, where you don't have the energy anymore. You're not feeling like you are getting what you need from your workplace, right? It's at this point, it is more of a hindrance than a help, right? And so it's understanding that it is okay and it is essential to prioritize our mental health sometimes, right? With the 10 of Swords here, not sometimes, all the time, but specifically in the situation, we have to put our mental health over our practical needs sometimes, because that will come. And spirit wants us to know that if we're willing to do the hard thing, which is like, I'm scared, I don't know if I have enough money to quit my job, I don't know what I'm going to do next. But that's when the faith comes in, because that is that pressure, that feeling, that intuitive knowing that this isn't working anymore. But only we can make the free will decision to make the change that's needed to like quit your job, right? Spirit can't make you quit your job. It can keep giving you nudges and nudges and nudges, but it's up to you to make that actual action and decision. So even if it's like, I'm putting my 2 weeks in, even taking that action, or even like truly like accepting that this isn't working and being willing to, I don't want to fight for this anymore, that is action as well, which allows for solution. Okay, Brittany. So you already know. And if you're feeling this imbalance, if you're feeling this overwhelmed sensation about your life, it is through the releasing of what you already know is not working, which in this case is your job. Okay, y'all, we can do hard things. Marina is next, because I tell you what, me and breaking up with my best friend, basically that's what we're doing. Like, we're not in a good place with each other. She's been my best friend for 20 years. We've been living with each other for almost 4, and we're breaking up, and it sucks, and it's not easy, but it is super necessary. It super has to happen for both of us to continue to be in alignment with our highest path. And that's why astrology is so cool, because this full moon is about releasing. Full moons are releasing, culmination point. You get to this point and it's like, bruh, we gotta let this thing go. And it's fixed energy, so it really helps move us into a new kind of foundational space with whatever we're releasing, whether it's a literal thing, like my best friend is literally moving out of my house, and my Scorpio energy is in my 4th house, which is the house of your house. Like, you can't make this shit up. But by doing that, by making that very difficult decision of releasing this relationship at this point in time, it is creating a space for something that is much more stable to come in for me, right? So look at it that way too. However these messages come up for y'all, it's creating stability to let go of something, which is why I always bring up my personal. I don't know what's going on in y'all's lives. I know what's going on in my life. And I know for a fact when I am reading for y'all, I'm so adamant about things changing, because I see what happens in my own life by me listening to my own intuitive, messages and my own understanding of alignment. You feel me? So, Marina's next. That's how I be sharing, because sometimes it can just be, okay, yeah, sure, Cidnee. And it's like, no, I'm living it, like legitimately living the things that I, practice what I preach. I sure do. Marina. All right, we have the death card coming up reverse. You guys, we can't make this up. This is change time. It's coming up reverse. Marina, whatever this is, you're holding on to something that you need to let go of. What's underneath it? It's the 4 of Cups. You already are emotionally detached from whatever this is. You're already emotionally detached from whatever this is that you're holding on to. What's on top? The Wheel of fucking Fortune. Whatever this is, Marina, you've got, these are 2 major arcana trying to bring you severe change, massive destined change in your life. Let this go. Let yourself see what's coming up next. The Wheel of Fortune is trying to bring you something new. This wheel turns 180 degrees. It's 180-degree difference when you let whatever this is, however this is resonating specifically with you, whatever needs to go that you're holding on to, when you let it go, your life is going to be able to move forward 180-degree difference. It's just the flow of the energy. We cannot resist things. What we resist persists. What we release is freeing, liberating. And that is extremely important right now because we're all trying to get somewhere and we got to be willing to do the hard things. That's for Marina. Candace is next. Brittany says she feels like crying when she walks in that building. Ooh, let that go, girl. Yes. You're so welcome, Marina. Because something's trying to bring you something good. The Wheel of Fortune brings good fortune. But when we block our blessings by holding on to what we know that we don't need to be holding on to, we get frustrated and feel like we're not getting what we want. And then Spirit looks at us like, well, why are you holding on to something that needs to go? This is for Candace coming up next. Candace. What does this Candace need to know? Then Brianna. Then Kimberly. Hello. And then what's that? Shama. Y'all. Noticing a theme here? Ten of Swords and Hermit. Similar message. We're a collective for a reason. This full moon is hitting all of us in a similar way. For you, Candace, you already know that this is about trusting your inner knowing about something instead of trying to listen to outside external noise, suggestions, ideas. That's done. Your Hermit energy is really loud and it's saying, no, you know the truth of something. And it might even result in needing to be isolated or say that. Look, the Knight of Swords is underneath this. Maybe you feel like if you say what you need to say, it's going to isolate you from people. Well, maybe that's what needs to happen because there's something here that we're trying to keep alive or trying to I'm getting this feeling of like squinting and trying to like see it differently. And it's like, no, it's what you think it is. And the Hermit here, you know that in your soul, you know that. And so the Hermit is very wise and it realizes, sometimes it has to separate to see. And that's what I feel for you, Candace, is this need to separate to understand how to reset your intention or refocus your energy or whatever the case may be in terms of how to move forward. It's like getting out of the ear of other people because they're not helping you. This is about you helping yourself, you coming to terms with things in an internal, in an inner knowing, and just realizing like, I know better. What am I doing? That's the feeling that I'm getting here. Candace, that's funny. But yeah, it is what it is. You know what it is. It is what it is. And the Hermit is asking you to be really self-reflective right now and say, I might need to take a moment and really just say no to anything that I'm trying to squint and make it make sense because it just doesn't. And that is hard. But this Scorpio moon is about doing hard things. Is it about friendship? You think it's about friendship, so it probably is about friendship, right? I don't know. I know the theme here is something here we're not seeing eye to eye on. It is what it is, and we're trying to make it something that it's not. And internally, you know better because I feel like something was said or some type of quick, maybe in passing conversation or comment that was just kind of like, that was weird, or that didn't feel good, or that gave me some information for me to really understand how this person feels about me, thinks about me, shows up for me or does not. So that's what I'm getting. I got 3 wows, so sounds like that might be resonating. I feel you, girl. Hey, going back to my scenario, look, we were supposed to move, she was supposed to move out in August, and then it culminated in a very unfortunate way now. And now she's moving out. So, like, we can avoid all we want, but what spirit is going to eventually come and force it. So, you know, you can have it nice, or it can be naughty, you know. It's up to us. Okay, Brianna is up next. Yes, book a reading. So I'm relaunching the website. I put it out on Instagram if you guys saw, but my tarot services, they are going to be increasing as of tomorrow. You can use as above, so below for the month of May for 20% off, but appreciate you guys so much. Connect with us on School. You can have us, you can do the premium membership on School. It's $27 a month. So you get all my tarot and transits, Keisha's Astro Reikis and meditations, and you get a personal tarot reading from me each month for $27. So that's an option as well. So check out School. The links are in the bio on Instagram. So Brianna, what's going on, Miss Brianna? And thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, you guys, and the love more than you know. Brianna, what's going on with Brianna? The Magician. You have the magic is in your hands. The power is in your hands. What you want is here. You know, you're having a different experience with this full moon. It's more so like what I asked for is here. You know, the full moon also brings us something that we've been trying to manifest. It's a culmination. It's like, wow, look at this thing. The moon is so bright and beautiful in the sky, just like this thing. And that's kind of the energy here for you. What's underneath this? The 7 of Swords reversed. Accept it. Believe it. Stop doubting it. It's the same message. We just had a reading earlier this week. Same message. The Knight of Disc, this is your guy. He's slow, but he's steady and he's reliable and he's honest and he's going to show up and you can trust it. This is that Taurus energy. Slow and steady wins the race. It is what you want it to be. Do not get in your head about it. Do not doubt it. Do not fear it. It is what it is because it is. Hey. That the energy doesn't lie. You feel me? All the tarot is a reflection of the energy. So exactly, Brianna, it is the same message. You are good to go. Things are still moving beautifully. What you're manifesting, happening on the path. The vibes are vibing. Okay. We love that. We love a different message here, right? And that's also a cool thing about energy and where we are in our lives, right? Because it's, you know, Scorpio energy is transformational. So it can be transformational in multi layers of transformation. It doesn't have to be one way. It can be, oh my God, I'm getting in a relationship. Oh my God, I'm getting a new job. Oh my God, I'm getting the house to myself, right? Like, I'm happy she's moving out. She needs to move out, right? But it comes with this sadness of like, damn, my cat friend's gone. You know, that's what's making me sad. I'm happy she's leaving. You know, I love her, but she's got to go. But the cat, you know, collateral damage. Not fair. You know, I miss that. I'm going to miss that guy. Kimberly is next. Yes. And then Gabriella. And then Shama. And then is this Terry here? I just need your name. And if you want Oracle or Tarot. So Kimberly is next. I just cleaned out everybody who didn't serve me. I feel sick. You know, good for you, Kimberly. But what we do when we do that, we can do hard things. I tell myself that all the time. And that's what you got to tell yourself. We can do hard things because we have to. We have to do the hard things to get the good things. Like, that's the balance of it all. That's the alchemy of it all. All right. What's going on with Miss Kimberly, Spirit? What does Miss Kimberly need to know with this full moon, with her actions? The Emperor. We love to see it. This is stability. This is things taking you where you're trying to go. The Emperor, take charge. Emperor, divine masculine energy coming in with surety, with stability, with security. This is a very active energy. So the space that you made essentially is allowing this energy to come right on into your life and have somewhere to be, right? Your life. I just said that. Come right on into your life. The 10 of Pentacles is your life. You have the Emperor and the 10 of Pentacles for this beautiful Scorpio full moon. It is telling you that you're now regaining this stability and making space for truly divine masculine energy, not just in a person, but in your own energy of like being assertive, doing the actions that you need to take, and knowing that you are moving the energy forward. The Hermit, it's an inner knowing, it's an inner trust. You said I had to clear people out that didn't serve me. That's your inner knowing. That's your intuition. That's your soul saying, And when you do that, the Emperor is now free to, one, help you build your life on solid foundation, as well as creating opportunity for your life to start to resemble or reflect what you know it can look like. Because the Hermit here tells you, I needed to do that. I needed to let those people go. Judgment. I needed to let those people go. This is God, source of universe, Kimberly, yelling at you basically. Hello, do what you need to do for your life so you can get what you want. You got to do this thing. If you do it, what you're doing is taking initiative, right? The Emperor is cardinal energy. It initiates things. Yeah, I know it hurts. What'd I just say? I just cried over a cat, bawled my eyes out, cried. Okay. I get it. But just because something hurts doesn't mean it's not the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's important to remember, because if it didn't hurt, that means it didn't resonate. It means it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you did something and you didn't care, that means that it wasn't truly it wasn't a big enough catalyst to even do anything, right? That's why when you care about, and when you release something and you care, that is powerful, because it's basically you're taking back your energy from something that no longer deserves to have it, or it's no longer in alignment. And so that is a painful thing, but it's also crying, and that expression of feelings is also a representation of the power of whatever that had over you. Does that make sense? So the cat is a cat, but the relationship with the cat tells me I may have been pouring too much of my emotions and energy into this relationship in general with my best friend, with them living here in the house. It was taking up a lot of my emotional energy unbeknownst to me, right? But now that I had to let it go, I'm crying because I realize how much of my energy has been going into this relationship when I need that energy for myself. So same thing for you. When it hurts, it's like you're pulling that back to you. There you go. Exactly. A lot of power. That's how that works, y'all. I'm telling you. It's alchemy. That is alchemy. When we talk about alchemy, that's literally what alchemy is. It should hurt or make you cry or do something that elicits big emotion. That's where the thing changes. That's where the change is happening. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how it works. You'll see. Okay, next is Gabriella, and then Shama, and then Maria. Gabriella. Let's see what's going on with this Gabriella. Yeah, that's a release right there, Bab. That's a Scorpio moon release in your chest, in your heart space. That's real. That's what we want, though. That's what we want. That's the integration. That's the integration moment. That's it. Just gotta chill when I said that. Gabriella. The moon. Hello, not the moon for the full moon. So there's some type of fear here, Gabriella, that you are needing to release. There's some type of an illusion around, let's see what's underneath this. 6 of Wands. Okay. There's an illusion or fear around things working. That's what I feel. It's like you don't believe it. It's like a doubt. It's like a doubt. It's like an insecurity. It's like a no way. No, things don't work out for me. No, this isn't happening. This isn't, it's like you're doubting your intuition around something. What is this? The 5 of Swords. You're having some type of, it's like it's like you're doing a mind trick on yourself, Gabriella. It's like you're trying to tell yourself that what you feel is not true. It's like, no, that's not what you feel. Actually, what it is that things are bad and there's a problem, and there's a problem, and that's what it is. So my intuition is wrong and I can't trust it. And that's the reverse moon, not being able to trust your intuition because of the fear of like success or something working. So then we have this pattern of, this is shadow, right? This shadow energy that pops up, which is perfect for a Scorpio full moon. Let's look at that shadow and say, I'm releasing this shadow that tries to keep me stuck from being happy and magnanimous and successful and, always trying to figure out what the catch is. 5, that is change energy. We can change with this full moon the pattern around that fear that we go and run to, because that keeps us from the success. It's like you're blocking your own like happiness, but that feels so safe. Safe ain't gonna cut it. What was I just talking about with big emotions? If something doesn't terrify us, if something doesn't feel uncomfortable, it's not big enough. It's not resonant enough. It doesn't mean enough. We have to get out of that idea of safety, because that is where you don't get what you want. Getting what you want is not playing it safe. It is the opposite. It is the being vulnerable. It is really wanting something and going for it and like, whoo, terrified. That's when you get what you want, because that is the alchemy. That is the change moment. That is the moment where things, you realize like, oh shit, okay, I did that. It's happening. Because it's scary. It is scary, but it's also super exciting, right? So remember, fear and anxiety, same frequency or same like energy as anticipation and excitement and hope, but they're on a different side of the spectrum. So we want to go over this way and be like, okay, I'm releasing the fear and I'm just excited. I'm excited and I'm open and I'm ready and I'm willing and we're doing it and it's happening and I'm not scared. I am scared, but I'm doing it anyways, right? Because I have courage. I'm brave. Like I'm doing it. Woo! Had a feeling you'd say that. That's that intuition of yours. Trust it. All right, bless. Next up is Shama. And I believe Shama wanted tarot. Yes. Okay. Got to release the fear or feel the fear and do it anyway. Isn't that what they say? You know, like fear is just, honestly, fear is just an indicator that we want something, right? Like that's an indicator that like, okay, this is what I really want. I really want this. And if I don't get it, I'm going to be really, it's going to suck. But that fear is also feedback of like, okay, I can push through this. So it's not even releasing. Yes, we want to release, but it's also like releasing the resistance to the fear and moving through it anyways. Feel the fear and do it anyways. Shama. Okay, Shama. Hells yeah. I love the support in the comments. Love that, you guys. Yeah, you can ask a question if you would like. I prefer general readings, but questions are fine. Shama is next. Two of Wands reversed. So Shama, for you, this is about your plans changing. You know, maybe you thought something specific was going to happen. This was going to happen with this person and this is how we were going to do it. But this is coming up because there's some type of moment that you need to kind of be willing to change the plans. Okay. Change your course of action, change the intention behind something. There's something, what's underneath this? Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, very Virgoan, earthy, Taurus, Capricorn. You don't have to be any of those signs, but the point of that card being underneath this is earthy energy. I'm a Virgo. Don't change the plan on me now, because now I'm anxious. Now I'm like, well, what are we gonna do? So, but whatever this is, you have to be willing to release control over something. This is about controlling something. You can't control everything. Whatever this is, you can't control it. You need to be open to letting it show you other possibilities, other pathways of getting where we're trying to go. Ooh, the Star, my mother's second favorite. This is my favorite card. The reason why the plan is changing because it's out of alignment. This is coming up reverse. This means you thought you had your best. Maybe you thought this is for me. This is what it has to be. It has to go like this. And Spirit saying that is misaligned energy. That's a misaligned course of action or path. The Star is trying to put you back in alignment, put you back on the path of your hopes and your dreams, on the path of what's best for you. But it requires some type of letting go of control and saying, fine, show me, Star, show me the way, Spirit, show me another option. Let me be presented with something else instead of thinking, no, it's only gotta be this way, because whatever this is out of alignment. So there's a need to release the control. All right. Blessings. Maria is next. Maria. Thank you guys so much for connecting, hanging. You're so very welcome. Shama, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. We do have a school is an app, SKOOL. We have a community over there. I'm going to drop it right now. I'm going to put the link in the bio for you guys. Because you can connect with us there and hang out with us. I'm trying to get the link. Hold, please. Here we go. Boom. You can connect with us over there. Like I said, we have a premium membership that includes getting a reading from me every month. And there's lots of tarot and transit. So this is for Maria. We have the Four of Cups reverse. Okay. Four of Cups reverse. There's something that you are. So you're talking about near future. So in order for you to get to the future that you're wanting, you have to be okay with understanding where you're distracting yourself from opportunities. This is missing out on things because you're distracting yourself. So if there's something, let's see what's on top here. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. If you want love, we can't look backwards for love. That's the energy here. Or we can't just think that one day someone's going to come and knock on our door and it's going to be the love of our life, right? We have to be willing to at least put ourselves out there. Or also, what I'm getting here too, there might be someone around you that likes you and you're just kind of like missing the clues or you're missing the vibes. But I feel like you're wanting love, you're wanting connection, but you're either not opening yourself up to it by going out, talking to people, being on a dating app, what have you, or there's someone around you that likes you, but you're like, no, I like this other person. I want them to change their mind and I want us to be together. And when we do that, we're missing an opportunity of someone new that can be much more of a refreshing, stable kind of new connection. So, it's really about letting go of this kind because this is reversed, right? So you're blocking your blessings by not watch. She's on her computer. See how she's on her computer and this cup is trying to be given to her, but she doesn't notice it because she's not watching. She's not looking. She's like, no, I have my cups up here, thanks. And they're like, but what about this cup? This cup is so cool. So that's your message. So in the near future, pay attention, be open, be allowing of new things to come in, and don't say like, no, I'm fine. I already found the person I want to be with. Because there's probably someone, not even probably, there is someone much more suited for you, but you have to allow yourself to receive that person, that energy. All right. Next up is Carrie. You are so welcome. Bless, bless, bless. And if Marve is still on, yes, you can ask a question for sure, because Carrie is next. And then aside from that, I think I've read for everybody that's on here. What's going on with Miss Carrie? With her career. Aren't these cards so cute? I love this deck. With the aliens. Galactic Star. Okay, Carrie. Work. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Disc, or the Queen of Pentacles coming out reverse. Let's see what's on the bottom. Three of Cups. So, Three of Cups with work. I feel like this has to do with maybe like a project. If you're talking about career or something, to me, this feels like a need to be more creative, right? This is like I feel like I need your creativity to come more to the forefront when it comes to your career. Cups has to do with our creativity. It also has to do with like our soul mission, like what we're here to do, what we're here to like create, give to the world. There's an abundance in, thank you, Kimberly, for that. There's an abundance in you leaning more into your creative endeavors, whereas the Queen of Pentacles wants to stay practical out of restricting. You're like restricting yourself in some way when it comes to your career. But if you want more, it's through this Queen of Wands. It's through this very unique, very this standing out energy, something that only you can do or that you do really well or you have a unique take on it, like you have an idea. There's something here. I wanted to say project earlier when I was shuffling. So it could be a project. There's something maybe that you're getting back curious about because I have the Lovers under this Three of Cups. So that's Gemini energy. Uranus just moved into Gemini last weekend. So this to me for your career, it's time for a change, I feel. And it's through like the expression of your creativity and like stepping into more of this like when I see the Queen of Wands, she's like, I don't care what you got going on, this is what I'm doing. So it's like really taking control of your own career path and connecting with people that are like-minded, connecting to people that feel you, creating something. Maybe it's an idea, maybe it's a club, maybe it's a, I don't know what it is, but it definitely feels like with the Queen of Pentacles coming out reverse, needing to let go of the strict, something practical, and like expanding beyond that is where you're going to really find your sense of joy and a sense of like abundance. If you're wanting more money, right? If you want more money to come in, if you want more happiness, if you want more fulfillment, it's through you being in this Queen of Wands energy of creation. And like I said, I just want to keep saying a project. So maybe you're writing a book, or maybe you were doing something and you put it down. It's like no, it's time to like bring that back around, and not be so practical about things, because that's leaving a part of you not fulfilled. That was for Miss Carrie. Okay, sweet. Anyone else that's on that wants a reading that didn't put it in the comments, let me know. If not, I will go ahead and pull some shadow. I love these cards. Since we have a Scorpio full moon, I'm going to use this Oracle of Pluto. Pluto is one of Scorpio's ruling planets, and this is all about your shadow. So this Scorpio energy is definitely helping us do some shadow work. This deck is so cute. It's like shadow puppets, and they're all animals. Look at this. She's like making a shadow puppet with her hands, and then it's like reflected back here in the background. So cute. I love these cards. So if you guys want an Oracle of Pluto card to see what kind of shadow work we're doing with this full moon, just let me know in the comments. Especially if we're done pulling, which I think we are, for everyone. Yay. I love all the hearts. Thank you guys. I feel the love. Carrie said, woo, child. Yes, I was just telling my friend that I need to create more, express more. I used to then, live, but thanks for the confirmation. Exactly. Oh, hey, Lourdes. Hey, girly pop. We're going to do tarot. And then we'll do shadow oracle cards. So yeah, let me know if you guys want one. Cool. I see Gabriella. I see Kimberly. I love that resonated, Carrie. Blessings. I love that so much. All right, Miss Lourdes. What does Lourdes need to know? I was just telling everybody, Lourdes, that Liz just took Lex. So I was just literally boo-hooing my eyes out before I got on here. Okay, Lourdes, the Page of Wands reverse. So when I see this, I feel like you need to be more adventurous. So with this full moon, I know. With this full moon, I think it's about you releasing the rigidity, right? You got all that Taurus, you got a Taurus stellium. So it's like releasing that stubbornness around the unknown and letting yourself fully be okay with exploring and something that is really a passion, but maybe doesn't have a lot of directionality right now. What's underneath this? The Empress, exactly. Don't hold back your passion because you don't know where it's going. And that can be in love, that can be in work, right? But the Page of Wands is wanting you to be freer. What's on top? And then I have the Page of Swords. So yeah, you're being asked to like step into this very unknown territory of being and existing, and it feels scary, but that's the point, because you're being asked to think differently and you're being asked to move differently. Okay, we got that hit the nail on the head. So that is your message there. So let this full moon show you that this is what you want, but you're just learning how to have it, create it, be it. Changing how we're thinking about it, discovering new ways of understanding, communicating that, and with the wands, new ways of taking action, or like even with the Page of Wands, it's like being willing to like do things that are scary. Okay. Let's get Gabriella a shadow, Oracle of Pluto shadow work card. Oh. Okay. The jellyfish and the alligator both flipped out. So let's see what these are about. Since this is a new deck, I'm still learning. And I have yet to read about either of these. So we have the jellyfish and the alligator. Aren't these so cute? I just love these. Y'all, I can't wait to get my nails done. Don't even get me started. But I've been dealing with it. My little stupid no nails. Jellyfish. Where's the jellyfish? Number 26. Releasing expectation, ease, flow, and instincts. Wow, that's pretty appropriate, Gabriella. Of all the creatures in the sea, the jellyfish is a bit of an oddball. They're around 95% water and don't have a brain, heart, or bones. Without a central nervous system, they rely solely on the sensitive nerve endings at the base of their tentacles to detect touch, temperature, and the flow of the ocean. Their lack of resistance to the ocean currents enables them to navigate their underwater world with ease. Humans know more about outer space than we do about our own oceans, which is wild when you consider the fact that the oceans cover 71% of Earth's surface. There are depths that humans haven't been able to explore because the pressure of the ocean is so great and it crushes submarines. And yet, the jellyfish has mastered the art of traversing the vast oceans, of harnessing the power of currents to help them along their path. They instinctively know that resistance, wasn't that what we were talking about, is futile. And if they can just embrace the flow, they will be carried far and wide. When jellyfish energy is present, there is something in your wisdom that can help you now. That moon energy upright is very wise. Have you considered needing to be in control or feeling tied to a certain outcome may be holding you back? When we can embrace the current situation for what it truly is, we are freed from the chains of our expectations and the weight of the stress is lifted. When we can find peace in the present and go with the natural cycles of our lives with trust. Hello. We may end up where we're expected to be. We may not end up where we expected to be, but somewhere better. Well, if that's not exactly what we've been talking about for your reading, I don't know what is. Let's see what the alligator has to say. And I'll just read the main tenets on the alligator instead of the whole thing. Alligator. See you later, gator. These are not in alphabetical order, so it's always a little bit of a where's Waldo when I'm trying 44, number 44, when I'm trying to find what page these are on. Hidden enemies in survival. When we're in survival mode, our nervous system is out of whack. The frontal lobe of our brain, which controls our judgment and ability to see the bigger picture, isn't functioning as it should. This can also manifest with root chakra issues. The root chakra is our lowest energy center, and it deals with the concerns about safety. Take the time to ground yourself and really listen to your body. What makes you feel safe in your body and the surrounding environment? Going back to what you said, safety. Your fear is feeling unsafe, but in turn, it's blocking your root chakra from you truly being able to manifest all the goodness and success of this new path that you're on. So go with the flow and trust and lean more into that crown chakra energy, and your root, you're good, you're stable, you're there. So don't be your own worst enemy. Oh, that rhymed. All right, moving on to Kimberly. Thank you guys for my tips too. Really appreciate it. Kimberly, what does Miss Kimberly need to know? The mallard. Excuse me. Let's see what the mallard's talking about. I think I've gotten this one before. I think it's a good one. Not that the other ones aren't good, but I think it's like a little bit of a good feels card. Mallard. Number 59. Yeah, Gabriella, those are pretty spot on. Wild style. The subconscious mind, the dream state is the mallard. A mallard is probably what comes to mind when you imagine a duck, as they are found virtually everywhere across the globe. The instant association is an example of our subconscious mind, how our subconscious mind speaks to us every day, almost like a reflex. Just as the mallard duck glides effortlessly across the surface of the water, this card asks us to examine the natural, deeply ingrained patterns of our subconscious mind. Well, this is interesting because you have had to really grapple with releasing these patterns of the subconscious. Perhaps the easiest way to examine the subconscious mind is through our dreams. As opaque and sometimes ridiculous as they can be, dreams continue to be studied deeply by psychologists and spiritual experts. When we dream, our subconscious is allowed to run free, and it feeds us images, symbols, and themes of whatever is buried underneath the surface. The energy of the mallard asks us to examine our dreams. Perhaps you could benefit from keeping a dream journal. Love that. And beginning to explore the meaning behind yours. There's an incredible wealth of information to be harvested through our dreams. Our dreams are also one of the main highways through which spirit tries to reach us. So pay attention to your dreams, Kimberly, because that has to do with showing you what releasing all these people is going to actually bring you, and where it was also holding you back. So I think for this full moon, it has a lot to do with understanding how your Taurus energy is such an embodied energy that therefore your subconscious can easily manifest in your reality, especially if you're used to certain things happening. So what this full moon, along with you letting go of people that need to get gone, you're breaking that subconscious patterning, which has been a long time in the making. That is huge work that you're doing. So I love that this came up because I feel like you might have a dream that's going to feel very liberating or like positive or like happy tonight after all of this very intense, heavy energy. And I have the giraffe at the bottom. Let's just see for shits and gigs. Let's see what the giraffe is talking about. So yeah, pay attention to your dreams tonight because and see how you feel after the dream, right? I always tell you all that. Less about what's going on because dreams can be like really weird, and more so like how do you feel? Did you wake up feeling good? Did you wake up feeling excited? Did you wake up feeling like intrigued? This is about dreams too. It says balance between the head and the heart, the worldly and otherworldly, and walking between worlds. This is interesting. This is interesting. Hey, Ronnie. So it's kind of going back to this whole what's going on with you, Kimberly, is this idea that you are like literally cracking open your block because you're it's like you're realizing how your energies are working together, right? And by you doing hard things in this realm, it unlocks this subconscious block that's been keeping you from manifesting what it is that you're desiring, right? Subconscious blocks are a huge, massive thing that have been they stay with us. They're with us since we're children all the way till adulthood, beyond if we don't break through them. So the fact that the giraffe came up and is talking about between worlds, and then we had the mallard, which is talking about our subconscious. I genuinely feel that this moon is breaking down the patterns that have kept you from fully stepping into who Kimberly is and not having this weight of that continue to color your reality, meaning what it is that you're experiencing can start to shift and change in a real substantial way because you're no longer feeding this old subconscious narrative of fill in the blank. Interesting. Very. Okay, Ronnie, what it do? Okay. Let's see the vibes for Ronnie. Pay attention to your dreams tonight for sure. This whole weekend, Kimberly, pay attention to your dreams. I feel like you're going to get some relief. Because you have a block. You have a block around it because you think that you don't deserve it. That's the simplest way. Or you just think that what has always been will always be, right? Either way. And that kind of goes back into the deserving aspect of things because and it's interesting because Scorpio has a lot to do with that eighth house energy of our deep desires and how our subconscious plays a role in letting us think that we can get something or not. So this full moon is really helping you release that if you work with it. You know? What's going on? You're so welcome. What's going on with Miss Ronnie? The Seven of Wands reversed. So what I'm getting from this is it's not okay, so what first came through was like a shrug, And I think that shrug is a releasing of the personal pressure, right? Like, whatever. But like not in a dismissive way, in a why am I fighting myself so hard? Like, why am I fighting myself? Like, that's what this feels like, a releasing of that. And I know you have like an eighth house stellium. So it definitely could be this like understanding of where it feels like where your light is not that of it's not a reflection of others. It's your light, right? It's like, and so I feel like there's this, you've been fighting yourself, your own light. You just like fighting it. Like, no, no, that's their light. It's not my light. And we've talked about this before, right? That no, that's not my light. That's their light. And it's like, no, it's your light. It's yours. So stop fighting your own light. Yeah, look at the devil reverse. So yeah, you're regaining Capricorn moon. You're regaining your sense of control around your own light, your own spirit, your own sense of power, your own sense of self. What's on top? Ten of discs reverse. Your life, right? This is about you regaining, not even regaining, but realizing that it's your life. Even if there's other players involved, it's your life and it's your duty to light your light and to keep it lit and to um rest in that space and not let things try to snuff it out or control how much you express it or control how you express it when you express it. So, oh, it's in your 12th. That's very interesting, right? Right? So, hidden, right? There's this releasing of that hidden energy, that hidden light. Like, no, this is my light and I get to shine it. And I don't have to, there's this, because, I like the 12th house, obviously. And with that, there's such a like, it is hidden. It's such a powerful place of hidden power, of being like, you don't even know how awesome I am, but I know how awesome I am. And so it's like using that in a very like subtle way to stand in your light and shine and take that power, that control back. Like, okay, like I'll let you think whatever you're thinking, but like I know that I'm over here glowing. And that knowing, that sitting in that is what I feel like is part of what you're releasing with the 7 of wands, of stopping putting your light out. Stop trying to contain it. It's like, no, I'm gonna glow over here. I don't have to be like, hey, I'm glowing my light. It's just like I'm just gonna glow it and I'm just gonna be like like flame on, like it's so bright, but it's subtle, right? It's like a nightlight. It's like a nightlight. It's a nightlight. It's necessary. It's needed. We can't see without it. Your light is needed. Period, poo. That's really the message. Your light is needed. And it might be a subtle light. It might be this little night light in the hallway, but boy howdy, if that night light wasn't there, I'm running straight into the damn wall trying to go to the bathroom. You feel me? And so that goes back to that 7 of wands of like not trying to downplay your significance in whatever capacity that looks like, because it is integral to the overall vision of your life, whomever else you're working with, platonic, romantic, like you're a very significant part of things. So even if it's subtle, it is beyond important. And that's that 12th house, that hidden energy. It can feel very, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it doesn't matter. And I get that. You know, with my Venus in my 12th, I know that a lot of times people don't realize how impactful I am because it's subtle. It's a very subtle, but it's strong. So strong. Bless. I love that. Be that nightlight, girl. We need it. Now I realize my kitty cat's gone and the cat would turn the nightlight on in the hallway. Oh, you guys, I'm so sad. It's just gonna make me get a cat. Don't be surprised if I get a cat before the year's over. Just write that down, you guys, because my boy's gone. I'm sad. I got my other two boys, but my little feline friend. And I'm more sad for him because I feel like he's gonna be like, "Where's Cidnee?" And I'm like, "I know, I'm sorry." Anywho, all right, you guys. Well, thank you all for helping me kind of alchemize my sadness and reading for you guys. It really is very therapeutic for me. It really saves. It helps me so much. It helps me feel so much better when I can read for y'all. So thank you. Remember, we're launching the website tomorrow. And shout out to Ronnie. Thanks, girl. I'm excited. Um, School, it's pinned there. Connect with us there. We will have a sneak peek or like a public viewing option, whatever, for the full moon, the Scorpio full moon. We will have a meditation for school members tomorrow free. So tap in with us, get that meditation, girls and boys. Even though I don't think any boys. Oh, my boy is part of it, but he just did it for sheer support. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go cry. Bye, you guys.